Welcome to Mini Painting. Today I'm going to teach you how to get the most out of your contrast paints while painting this Vespid Kill Team. This technique is quick, easy, and can be applied to any miniature to get maximum results for minimal effort. If you like tutorials like this, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and leave a comment with suggestions for my next videos. Start out with a base coat of my highlight color, in this case yellow. Once the contrast paints do their job, this base coat will show through and really amp up the saturation and give me some highlights without the time-consuming process of edge highlighting. We want to make sure we get a nice even coat over this entire miniature. Make sure you hit every part that you want to be orange. Also make sure that you use 2 coats for any of the lighter colors. Using 2 coats is really going to make sure that you get even coverage and amp up that saturation even more. Here you can see the difference between 1 coat and 2 coats. Next, I cover that base coat with a nice thick layer of contrast paint straight from the pot. Here we want to let the contrast paint do its job and flow into the recesses and away from any raised edges. This will give a nice gradient from the base coat to the contrast color. Here I'm using orange over the yellow, but you can do this with any color combination you want as long as the base coat is lighter than the contrast paint. Continue to other parts of the model and lay down white on the armor. And also the eyes. And for the eyes, stability is king. I take my model, firmly grasp it, and brace my hands on themselves to maximize stability. You can't see here, but my elbows are also resting on my thighs to again increase that stability. I just move on to every part of the model and hit it with a base coat. The underside of the thorax gets some light brown, and so do the wings. I'm going to put some dark gray on these parts and these parts. Then back to the contrast paints, a nice blue gray to cover the white. This cool gray will really help pop against the warm orange of the model's body. And for the belly and the wings, I use this brown color. And on the wings, I'm going to start at the front of the model and only go about halfway back. That's because later on I'm going to create a gradient on these wings. So I take this blue and I start at the back. And then I clean my brush and feather it back into the brown from the previous step. Just feather it lightly into the brown, get a little bit of overlap, and you have a nice gradient here. Some green paint into the eyes. And red contrast paint for the red parts of the armor. Then the bases, which is just dirt glued to the base, get a coat of brown. Then these little doohickeys on the base get a darker gray, almost black. Now I move back to my highlight color and do a light dry brush, and for this I wanted to keep the dry brush limited to around the face area to help draw the eyes here as a focal point. Now the bases get dry brushed with that light brown, and so do the wings. And there you have it. The contrast paints did their job and pulled away from the raised edges, letting my highlight colors shine through while creating a nice gradient from that yellow to a deep orange. The dry brush accentuated that effect. In one afternoon, I managed to get a whole kill team painted to a standard I'm happy with. Give this method a try and let me know in the comments how it goes. You can do it with any color, you just need to consider what color you're after and what highlight would look best. If you made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.